I'm Darren with Akshon Esports, and this is Action Recap, the show where we highlight various ongoing stories within the esports community. Alright, so our main story of the day revolves around the 2018 Overwatch World Cup, which saw its qualification stage come to an end earlier this week. After being previously announced in March, the 24 nations competing this year have been confirmed. The 4 host countries for this year's regional group stages, South Korea, the United States, Thailand, and France, all automatically qualified for their spot in the World Cup. The remaining 20 slots were determined based on the highest average skill rating of the top 150 players of each respective nation. However, a bit of controversy broke out last night after some members of the community began to voice their criticism over a potential flaw in the qualification process with Blizzard using the wrong top 24 ranks. The case being made is that Blizzard is using the SR rankings of each nation's top 150 as of April 24th instead of the true SR average at the end of Season 9. Here is a screenshot of someone who's been tracking the World Cup skill rating with the last update made for April 24th. There's also been another individual who's been keeping track. Now compare the numbers in the last column with those currently on the live site. You can see that they are indeed the same. The argument being made is that while most of the teams in the upper half of the rankings have more or less secured their spot early on in Season 9, nations near the bottom such as Chinese Taipei, Switzerland, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, and Belgium are extremely close in SR difference. Therefore, there are those who are saying that there could have been changes in the rankings towards the final days of the competitive season cutoff. If we enter conspiracy theory territory, there are those going as far as to claim that the cutoff was made on April 24th so Blizzard could have Brazil, a nation boasting one of the largest untapped esports markets, qualify and potentially gain the viewership boost from having their representation. But this is just a theory. The counter argument is that if Blizzard really cared about capturing the attention of the Latin American esports community, they would have held one of the regional group stages in the Western Hemisphere in that region. It may just have been a blunder on Blizzard's part not to update the World Cup page on April 29, but at the end of the day, we have to trust that Blizzard employees, who are the only ones with access to the national SR data, made the right call, and we'll just have to accept the results and move on to the National Competitive Committee voting stage. Now, on the topic of the committees, it seems that the cat is out of the bag for KyKy. After being cited backstage with the Outlaws during last week's games and being blurred out from Houston's Week 4 Focus video, the former Dallas Fuel coach has officially moved across the league's other Texas team according to his World Cup coach application page. There are those who are hesitant to see KyKy join the Outlaws, but this time around he will be working under Tyrong, and unlike Dallas Fuel, KyKy has a better set of conditions to work under, and a team that isn't struggling with ego, stress, and communication problems among other issues. Lastly, now that Brigitte is available for competitive play, we're seeing a lot of people criticizing her for being overpowered.
Beat him, Rosario. Okay, we can do this. Watch for hook, right side. Moving in on this brig. Oh wow.
Here comes close left. The 1 trillion charge. Brigitte is dead. She's a noob.
Not that this isn't justified to an extent, but it's a bit too early to tell what her impact will be in changing the state of the meta, as most people did not play her much while she was out only for quick play. There are already plenty of YouTube videos going around on how to counter Brigitte and speculation on whether she's the new OP, so I'm not going to dwell on that for too long. But here is Jake's take on Brigitte. Quote, diving on squishy healers has been the best strategy in Overwatch for over a year. Personally, I'm ready for a change. The best comps right now are just last patch plus swapping in the new hero. People won't really know what's best without a lot more competitive testing. As far as immediate change recommendation, Mangachu tweeted some things that he thinks could make Brigitte a bit more balanced. Quote, change max armor to 100 from her ult, increase shield bash CD to 7 seconds, change HP priority to HP over shields over armor so you don't have to do a bunch of initial damage to poke away at the armor. 2 out of these 3 is good enough. If people want depleting armor, the ult needs to give over 150. What are your initial thoughts on Brigitte? Do you enjoy having her in the support hero pool, so we aren't limited to playing vulnerable squish characters? And do you feel that people just need a few weeks to get used to playing around with her kit before advocating for balance changes? As always, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share as it really helps out the channel quite a lot. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe and follow us on Twitter if you want to stay up to date with all of our content, and hit that bell to stay notified. This has been Darren from Akshon Esports, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.